Yeah, so I'm sitting here. I got a phone call today from Anthony asking if I was going to stay here, and you see those white things? Yep. I'm not going to move the camera to track those, but they were coming up. I'm not gonna. But anyway, I don't really care because they started pounding upstairs to let me know. And then when I said, leave me alone, I don't know you, you want to be part of the investigation. Supposedly Albany police did an investigation, but I'm going to add to it because it continues here, because I talked to this Anthony today. There, you see the white things. And he asked me if I was staying. I said, well, for $2,000, I can't afford to move now because they want 2 months, which I gave my notice the first day I come in here, when it started in upstairs, and he told me that nobody lived upstairs. Well, the person a little while ago just started banging on the floor for quite a while, walking around over my head and doing the same thing over on North Main and over here on State Street. So they're letting me know that they're doing the same thing and they're connected. I tried not to do videos anymore. I figured I'll just let things go. But these people are going to continue. And I knew as soon as I got a phone call asking whether I was staying or leaving, they were going to ramp it up. And sure enough, I got back here and I laid down, and the heating was just unbearable. So these people are continuing, and I suppose they want to be in part of the investigation, because obviously I don't believe that Albany police did an investigation, because it's pretty stupid to say, well, your husband wasn't on the camera footage. That's what they said. Well, let me tell you something, okay? And most women know when you're dealing with somebody who's a domestic abuser of this caliber, they don't have to show up. My ex-husband doesn't have to show up here. He can get scumbags that are willing to do his dirty work and willing to do this kind of stuff. He doesn't have to show up at these places, okay? He has more than enough friends that can just pick up the phone and make a phone call, and then you get people that you don't even know. That's why it's so effective, because then they'll say, oh, I don't know you. I don't know what's going on. I have nothing to do with you. And they're liars, okay? They're liars, because this has been going on since we started this divorce, every place I live. Okay, every place I live, and I don't know these people. I didn't know the people on North Main Avenue. I didn't know the people on State Street, but they follow me around and they make sure that I know that they're connected. And they did it over here, and there were people when I looked at studios over here around the park. They were following me over on Lark Street. They followed me over to every place I live, and they followed me over here too. So, I hate to start this again, because I wanted this to stop, because I have certainly had enough. I know that the people have had enough on my pages, because they continually leave messages that they don't believe me, or this is not what's going on. And surely Mr. Patrick Flanagan over there, no relation, the landlord over there on North Main Avenue, I have to go to small claims court now in order to get my $1,000. So you tell me he was on the up and up if I have to go now to small claims court and get my security back, because landlords around here continue to think this is a joke concerning domestic violence victims, which is why I'm continuing to advocate, I suppose, because people around here aren't doing their job. And if you move into an apartment, you should be left alone. And certainly, if you're a victim of domestic violence, you shouldn't have strange men doing stuff like this continuously that you don't even know, you're not involved with, you've paid your rent, you haven't done anything wrong, and this is what continues. Be safe.